Alright, now we can move on to the next exercise, alright? Exercise 15, common sports verbs. Write a suitable sports verb in these sentences. More than one answer may be possible. There are more verbs than you need. So we have a lot of verbs here, and then you just fill in questions number 1 to 5. Okay? More than one answer may be possible. For example, number 1, how many answers do we have? Let's do it together and then you know how to do it, okay? Number 1, Quỳnh Hương, give me one answer for that. Beat. Okay, yes, I didn't think Mayweather would beat Pacquiao. Yeah, that's I think I remember he's kind of the Philippines boxer. In that boxing match, okay? TOEIC, give me another answer for that. Knockout. Yes, knockout. Ngọc Anh. Yeah, we already have that. I need another one. Thi Nga. Compete. Would compete? No. Minh. So we have beat, we have knockout already. What else do we have for number 1? Win. Would win. We don't say win someone, no. Okay? I need something else. Defeat, yes, beat or defeat. Okay, defeat, back. Yeah. One more. No. Shoot? What? It was shoot, but in that boxing match, no. In terms of grammar, it's correct, but in terms of meaning, no, it's wrong. Okay. Lose to. Okay, so you have 4 answers here. We have beat, defeat, lose to, and knockout. Yeah. Okay. So similarly, just do the rest. Okay. Question 2 to question 5. Guys, remember after each lesson, you need to learn all of the words and all the vocabulary there, okay? Because we learn different topics, so you need vocabulary for different particular topics. So today we learn some common sports verbs, so you know how to use them, right? Actually, they are also very kind of simple, but we need to learn how to use them. Yeah, finish all? Not yet? Just go on, because I can tell you for each question we might have many different answers. Try to figure out more, not only one or two. Some of them can have like 5 answers. Some of them have 5 answers. Think. Yes. Think. All right, now number 2, Bình Hương, give me one answer. Play, yes. It has always been my dream of mine. It has always been a dream of mine to play at Wimbledon, right? Another one, Tố Uyên. What? Win, yes, to win. Okay, fine. Ngọc Anh. Watch. A dream to watch at Wimbledon. You have a dream to watch there? No. Tiếng Nga. Yeah, compete. Minh. Yeah, represent my country. Do you understand represent my country? Yeah. What does that mean?
You do something in your country, like you play in your country.
Yeah, kind of. Okay. Yes, you represent your country. Kind of, you're the one. Okay. You're the one, or you're kind of the best in your country, and they choose you to represent the country and to compete at Wimbledon. Okay. One more. Shoot. It's like, just like tôi. Your dream is only to shoot. That someone else. No. TOEIC, do you have another one? Support? A dream? Am I to support at? No. If you want to say support, you have to support something or someone, right? You cannot just say support. Tackle. To tackle. No. A dream of mine to tackle. Tackle something. You don't just say tackle, you understand? What? Score. Just score at. Score what? Yeah, at least remember some verbs. You really need something to support that, you know? If you write something behind that, you need something else. Okay? And for some verbs, we don't need anything behind that. Because the meaning is kind of complete. For example, if you say that a dream of mine is to play, I want to play, that's enough, okay? But you cannot just say, I want to look at. Look at what? You understand what I mean? So some verbs, yes, you can stop right there after writing the verb. But some other verbs, you need something else behind that. Okay? And here something like play, compete, win, represent my country, and that one, yes, that's enough. Okay? And we have one more word is qualify. I want to be qualified, or I want to qualify. Okay? Do you understand qualify? No? Someone please explain that. It has always been a dream of mine to qualify at Wimbledon. Qualify, what does that mean? When I say I qualify for something, means?
It's a family word of qualification.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
It means you prove something with base you can do it. Like
Yeah, kind of. When you say that you qualify at something or you qualify for something, that means that you meet the standard, okay? You meet the standard or the requirements, so you can get access to that or you can do that, okay? For example, for example, like us, we cannot just go there and play there, right? Because we are unqualified. But if we play or we do something very well, yes, we can join Wimbledon, okay? If we qualify, yeah. Đạt chuẩn hay gì đó nha bạn, đạt chuẩn. Alright, number 3. I try to something about 3 times a week so that I can keep playing well. Okay, Quỳnh Hương, what do we have? Yeah, I try to train, yeah, about 3 times a week, okay. Tố Uyên. Play, okay, fine. Train, play, is okay. Ngọc Anh. Shoot? You guys really like shoot? I try to shoot about 3 times a week so that I can keep playing well. No. Something else. Yeah, exercise. I try to exercise about 3 times a week. Minh. Score about 3 times a week so that I can keep playing well. Now we can say I try to compete about 3 times a week. Alright, number 4. Something Liverpool Football Club. I've been a fan for a very long time. Quỳnh Hương. Yeah, I support, right? Tố Uyên, next one. I watch, yes, I watch that club, okay? Support and watch. Alright, number 5, their international football team. Something, plenty of times during a game, but usually very few goals. Now, Ngọc Anh, the first one. Yeah, shoot plenty of times. I think they are talking about football here, right? Yeah, football. Their international football team. So we have some words uh, which are used for football. We have shoot, right? What else can we use for football? Thiên Nga. Win. The international football team win plenty of times during a game, but usually very few goals. It doesn't make much sense there. Yeah, in some other situations, yes, but here because we have the other part, so I need another word. Minh. Watch their team watch plenty of times.
Lose
Lose.
plenty of times during the game, but usually score very few goals.
Yeah, but yes, thank you. That's good. When he uses lose and then score. Yes, I can tell you the answer for the last one is score. That's correct. But usually score very few goals, right? But if I say lose there and then I use but, what does that mean? When I use but, that means the other part must be kind of opposite of the one before that, right? And now here, the other part, they say usually score very few goals. Is that positive or negative?
Positive.
No, very negative, because you only score a few goals, right? Not much, not so many. And then here you have something negative, and before that you use lose. That means also negative, right? So negative but negative doesn't make much sense. So because the part here usually score very few goals, that's kind of negative. So the one before that should be kind of positive. Okay. So here we can use tackle. Okay. All right, guys. Now please practice with each other, saying all of those things. And if you have any questions, please ask. If I say when tackle many times or plenty of times during a game, what does that mean? What does that mean? So tackle, actually, if some people, like if you play some football games, you see that word a lot, tackle. That means that when one player try to take the ball from another player, and normally they will use their legs. Okay, normally we are talking about some defender or some guys trying to stop some strikers, so they use the word tackle a lot. Or when some other players have the ball, then you tackle them. That means you jump in and you try to take the ball from them. Okay? Là tranh giành, hay là giống như là thường là mấy cái pha gọi là chèn người hay là chèn người đoạt bóng các bạn. Yeah. Tranh chấp bóng. Tức là cái team này họ tranh chấp bóng rất nhiều nhưng mà thường thì họ ghi bàn rất ít, ok? Hay là shoot plenty of times, shoot rất nhiều nhưng mà ghi bàn rất ít. Okay, now please practice with your partner. Go. Yeah, that's just the name of the boxer. He's very famous. Do you know him? Have never heard of them? Oh my God. Okay. All right, now let's move on to the next part, exam skills. Exercise 16. Ask and answer these speaking part 1 questions with a partner. 1. What do you usually do in your spare time? 2. Do you prefer doing things by yourself or with friends? 3. Is there anything special you do at the weekends? And 4. Do you think you get enough free time? Okay? Now tell me again, speaking part 1. What types of questions are these? Yeah, personal questions, right? They are personal questions, so that means they're asking about you. So every time you answer, you need to say I. Okay? Or if you do that with your family, then you say we do this and that, something like, okay? But normally about you. So you don't talk about something in general. You don't say, oh, people often do this or that, or they often do that. Got it? And how many sentences should you use for each question here? What? Around 3 to 4. But of course, no one is stopping you. Okay? So if you have a lot of ideas or any particular question, then just do it. But don't try to react too much, okay? Don't try to talk too much about one thing and it makes it sound boring, okay? Now do it. Exercise 16 first. Go. Make sure that you practice as many times as possible, and make sure you can sound natural and speak fluently, okay? But you don't have anyone to practice, right? Okay. Yeah, no problem. You can still sit there and then you talk to these two friends. It's fine, or whatever. Okay. I also want you to sit there so they can speak a little bit louder. Okay? If you sit right here, they will speak to someone. Okay? Speak louder. Rồi đi một cái giọng cho nó làm sao người ta thu ban được. Người ta thu không được là mệt lắm nha. Rồi về nhà cái đi thi đóng tiền xong về nhà khóc luôn là mệt lắm nha. Okay, nice. Các bạn nói lớn và to rõ lên. Rồi go. Do it.
What do you usually do in your spare time?
What do you usually do in your spare time? Normally,
Like we go around
spare
I
time.
just asked.
I usually
Oh, sorry.
spend my time to do
nói rồi sao hài
homework and I do more exercise to improve my knowledge. And when I do all my focus on doing my homework, and then I would also hang out with friends, spending time to surfing on the internet or some
Do you prefer doing things by yourself or with friends?
I'm not sure, but I think I would prefer to do it like my hobbies are something exercise by myself because I think that I feel a little bit I find it hard a little bit to communicate with my friends if I have a lot of talk. So when I talk to them, I have to be very careful. So I often prefer to take along, and if I need some help, I will ask them to do it together. And we do it along. Do you prefer doing things by yourself, or
Do you prefer doing things by yourself or with friends?
Yes, I would prefer doing
Usually I would
things
prefer to do it by myself because I more prefer privacy and doing things alone is much faster and I can do it by myself, by my mind. But there are some teamwork projects or something that will be more fun to do with a lot of people, so I will do it with my friends, not by doing alone. Do you prefer doing things by yourself or with your friends?
Personal things
It
or
will depend on the situation.
cooking.
Cooking do along.
Especially on the weekend.
I think maybe I have a lot of things and sometimes I weekend explain how to my friends to for them to encourage them my ideas with them. If they do it wrong, I think maybe I can sometimes maybe I will talk I will talk someone talk something that make they feel sad or so about my homework. So I usually kids along. But if sometimes we need to I need to do with friends like do the presentation because I play with them is so really far away. So I thought maybe like I don't remember any things. Is there anything special you do at the weekends or something make me feel sad or
I don't think I have anything like special things to do.
is there anything
I
special
often do like the same thing. I study for my next week. I relax by watch a movie. But if I have something to do like that is very special, I often go like play things like cookies. I often like to make some cookies for my friends and my family. I think that is the most special thing I
Dance
often do
competitions and like that
after the weekend.
was like
Is there anything special to do at the weekend?
every weekend we have
You
to
will be
go to
running
school
to
and
do
dance
something special in
and
my
dance practice
weekend, but
to
the
bring
really
the
special thing I do is go
to bring the
take
prize. And I think that is one of the
photos
special
by
things
camera
I do
with my friends in
visiting
one
every time.
play around in Takashimaya or more special is having like food around on the table with my families. Is there anything special to do in your weekends?
in the past my weekends really no
I don't know why, but this year my school give us a lot of like
no need to
teamwork
study
projects, so we have to work a lot. We have to do the like the big features. That
free time is
that's
over there. When the school is
so
coming back,
like we have to spend a lot of time and effort, so I don't have any time to do anything I like.
the exam is
Do you feel get enough free
so
time?
I don't have enough free time
I don't think I have enough free time for all my
to
activities
review
or for
for my
just only
exam.
my
I have
studies
to study
because
more, so
I have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to study in the future, so it's not gonna enough any times for my free times. Do you think you get enough free time?
Làm sao đi nó nào buổi chiều nào I think 24 hours not coming down. Divided is
5 rưỡi đến 5 rưỡi đến 7 giờ, nhưng mà đâu có lớp 2 thứ 3 thứ 5.
my school give me a lot of homework to do and apply like cái đó.
Mai 6 chiều đó mình muốn cái giờ thế nào? Đâu có không có giờ IELTS là
Lots of
level thấp hơn.
homework to do in now. I also need to prepare for the exam too. So I think I don't have enough free time to do anything else in the day. Yes.
Yeah, finished?
Yes.
Okay. We can have a short break first before moving to exercise 17, okay? go. Now exercise 17. Answer the prompts in this speaking part 2 task. Talk for at least 60 seconds. Remember to use the connecting words you study in exercises 4 to 6. Describe a sports event you watched or attended. You should say what kind of sporting event it was, where you watched it, how often this event takes place, and explain why you consider this sports event interesting. Okay, 4 to 6. And but, so because, okay, something like that. All right, now you have 1 minute to prepare. Write your note within 1 minute, okay? In the real exam, you only have 1 minute to prepare, okay? So you can write whatever you like, but normally we only write keywords, yeah? So normally the keyword should be, for example here, the first one, what is the main question here, guys? Yeah, describe a sports event you watched or attended. Remember, watched or attended. What tense is this? Yeah, the past tense. So that means you need to talk about some events that happened in the past, not now or not in the future. Okay? So in your note, you should write, okay, maybe event or a sport event, and you mention the name and something there, and then below that, you need to answer those 4 questions, like what kind of sport event it was, like kite, you can say the kind of sport, or where, okay, and then how often, you write something like that, and you answer very quickly, okay, explain why you consider this sport very interesting. You say interesting, why, and then you write something there, okay? Now do it 1 minute. Practice. I'm checking time for you. All right, time's up. Now let's see what you got. After 1 minute, what you got? Show me. What do you write? What do you wrote? School, only that, right? What's a year about? Yeah. 1 line, almost nothing. Didn't even finish, okay. Yeah, only a couple of things, right? Okay guys, now you see 1 minute is not that long, right? If I give you like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you can write so many things, but now only 1 minute. So you don't have that much time, okay? So you need to practice and consider what you need to add here or there next time, okay? Maybe only some keywords, and maybe you can just come up with your plan, what you're about to say or something like that, you write there, or maybe some adjective, adverbs you really like. Maybe that helps, but just 1 minute, you don't have much time to do anything, okay? Now practice, guys, with only that note, don't write anything else. Yeah, time's up, you don't write anything else. Now practice with your partner, go. So next time you need to improve something there, because the 1 line is almost nothing. Go, practice. And check the time for your friends, okay? Check the time. You only have 2 minutes maximum. Okay? Yeah, no, I mean for speaking, okay? Each person can speak between 1 to 2 minutes, but now you can practice more, yes. You have 5 to 10 minutes to practice, yes. Okay, but make sure you can speak for 1 to 2 minutes, yeah, fine, whatever, yes. Remember, if you run out of idea, to remember those some questions like who, what, where, when, why, how, okay? And remember, this is the past tense. Past tense, okay? Alright, think about that. Yeah, sometimes it's hard because if you don't often watch any kind of sporting event or attend any of them, then maybe you get stuck, right? Yeah. So you have to come up with something fast. Okay, go guys, go. Think and talk. Yeah. finished. So we'll run out of time, so we'll do it next time. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. We will practice again, and then you can do that. Alright, that's it for today, guys.